Are we on the internet?
I don't fucking care. I'm so tired of snakes. Is this done yet?
Snakes, man. It's kind of rough for us people who hate snakes lately. Tonight, the Mighty Nine solve puzzles, eat forbidden fruit, and tangle with the heads of a hydra. Break it all down with my guests, Liam O'Brien and also Taliesin Jaffe. All that and more tonight on Talks Machina. Ooh. Hold on. It's gonna bother people at home, you know, because it's crooked.
Is it going against your normal ocean wave?
Yeah, it was. I got a cut last night and always misbehaves the first couple of days.
Looks like you're in the mystery house at Knott's Berry Farm.
Hey, look at this couch. Do you know what we have here? This is the opposite of whatever toxic masculinity is.
Just Pooh
I'm into that, yeah.
Just Pooh Bear and Piglet over here.
Big time. That's cute. I can read that online later. Hey guys, a couple of announcements before. What's up, Danny?
I'm sorry, I was just asking. Never mind.
I was thinking we should do some mild calisthenics if we're going in that direction.
Look, Danny's at her most Danny tonight.
Peak Danny.
It's wonderful. Well, guys, a few announcements. Our latest episode of Between the Sheets, featuring our creative director and hero, Marisha Ray, and check out Liam's dad sweater there.
Cheers to the creative director.
Oh my God, she's everywhere. Do you got one? No, you don't.
No.
Here comes. Bam.
Bam, there we are.
Bam, I don't want to put my finger in your cup. That's
Oh,
a euphemism.
You can put your finger in his cup on After Dark. Guys, Marisha's episode. Wow. How about that lady, huh?
We're fond of her.
She's something else. That was amazing. It was really cool to see the reactions that people are having, and man, it was powerful. That was a heavy day, but it was a really good day.
I don't even know what to say about it. I think it stands on its own. I mean, we're all really, you know, we're just impressed with her in general. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not ridiculous to say she's one of the best people I know, and like I feel that you would like she's just
big time.
It's hard to deal with other than like she's one of my favorite people.
Yeah. Real fast. Let's see. The people like to know what the sock situation is, so
I'm
we've
doing
got
purple
this one.
spots.
Okay.
And I'm doing. And I'm breaking
it's okay.
the table.
If this breaks,
I know we just get a better one.
Only make me the happiest man
I've got
alive.
blue and yellow spots. So.
That is
just different
fantastic, dude. My God.
I think I'm gonna order new socks soon. So.
Okay, Marisha's episode going up tomorrow on YouTube.com/Critical Role.
Do not miss.
Also, Matt Mercer this week. I did 20-something hours of interviews, and this is the one that broke me.
Yeah, he's super shallow, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one a pass.
It's about 11 minutes.
He's the worst.
It's about 11 minutes long. And that's with, like, we made the title card sections about, 2 to 3 minutes.
Did you talk about anything besides the Gwent card game?
Yeah, the Gwent card game, and then his favorite band, Gwar. Big Gwar guy, Matt Mercer. We talk about Gwar a lot.
I was actually going to say, he has a Gwar story. Did he tell the Gwar story?
He did not tell the Gwar story.
He does have one.
And he does not discuss voice acting.
Hard pass.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Join us at 7 p.m. Pacific next Monday for that episode. It is the final episode of the season, but we will have, of course, an extremely special bonus holiday episode featuring Ashley Johnson.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, killer!
Yeah. I can't wait for that one.
I know her.
I get to I get to ask her all the questions that I know, but that I want other people to know.
Oh, that's cool.
That'll be fun.
Clever.
That'll be fun. We'll see if she answers them. I have some serum that makes people tell the truth,
Whiskey.
which is what I give the guests every week, which is why you guys are so hard on me. The next episode, guys, of All Work No Play will debut at twitch.tv/Critical Role this Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific. This week, Liam and Sam will turn into spooky creatures with guest Alexander Ward, our beloved.
Hey, that guy's good.
He's amazing.
Alex has been giggling at me for a while about this.
Man, it's good. That episode is nuts. We went through the mill.
This one is insane. This is high quality, high budget.
That's one I've been looking forward to.
Most handsome Sam has ever been.
That's fair.
In
That's
this episode.
That's a high bar.
Yep.
For a man who does not find himself handsome, we sure do.
Arrrr.
Yum.
Hey guys, we're also headed overseas this week
Oh, no.
to London town, mate.
Pack. Oh, God.
MCM, which is the big convention there,
Right.
is hosting Critical Role this week, Saturday, Sunday. Can you believe it? We're gonna be on a plane in hours from now, man.
Oh, man.
Plus, you got that great English accent. We'll fit right in.
Moving on, join us October 27th and 28th for our very first group trip overseas. More info and schedule at critroll.com. We're going to get to that in a second, Liam.
Yeah.
As a reminder, people are going to go back and watch this now and
so
say that's
excited.
what he was talking about.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
As a reminder, in that case, let me make sure I look good. Sorry, Logic. Sorry, Rick and Morty. Or I mean, Schmick and Schmick. As a reminder, there will not be a canon episode of Critical Role this week. Instead, something even better. Laura Bailey's one-shot. Now, this was pre-taped already. Due to what must have been an extreme lack of availability, I was called in to join. And I know that the Streamies were the other day, I found out. Found out there were the thing called the Streamies.
Yep.
I found out about a thing called Ninja. Found out that the two of those things made love. There was a transaction of an award in that. And then I find out I'm going to join Laura's One Shot. And if they gave away an award for best accent work by a non-voice actor.
Right. Who would they find other than you?
I think that award went to Anna Akana, actually, but you did well, too.
It's a nightmare. I apologize to all the critters.
It's
I
so
apologize to my entire London. Here's the thing. It's going to air Friday night or Thursday night, and then Friday we're going to be in London. They're going to beat me with.
That's all you're gonna hear about.
I'm going to get Peaky Blindered. Someone's going to take
so lucky.
a razor out of a hat and hit me with it.
I mean, we had to just stop and listen so many times because it would start bad and then just degrade into something so much
I am
worse.
so sorry. I ruined that whole one shot.
Our sweep will be ashamed.
I apologize to everyone in the UK and everyone in maybe South Florida, New Jersey,
Australia deserves definitely
New
an apology
Zealand,
for that.
Turkey. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Well, let's forget that by discussing episode 39 of Critical Role Campaign 2.
Wow.
But it just seemed 39.
I know, I said that earlier.
39.
39, yeah.
Holy moly.
Temple of the False Serpent. Sorry, Damien. We're back. Guys, some Crit Roll stats, courtesy of our friends at Crit Roll Stats.
There it is.
Matt surpassed 50 Nat 20s and 20 Nat 1s for this campaign in this episode. That's a lot.
We've been feeling those.
Yes, phew, tell me about it. We're going to get into that. The Mighty Nine got its 150th kill, the Wanty Abomination, killed by Not, played by Sam Riggle, who you guys mentioned earlier.
We met him a couple times.
Yeah. It's fun to drop his names because he likes to drop his, he likes to name drop about everybody. Jesus Christ.
He's met everybody. Did you say Wanty? Is it? I don't know what the right pronunciation is.
I don't either. What is it, Danny?
Yanti. I've heard Yanti.
In Critical Recap, I call it a Yanti. So
Yanti?
we're going with that.
Yanti feels right.
Yanti.
Y-U-A-N.
Yanni.
Laurel.
Yanni.
Yanni?
Laurel.
Hey,
Great in concert.
Yanni.
I don't shit on Yanni, dude. You shouldn't sleep on Yanni. This episode marks the first time a character dealt more than 150 damage in an episode, with Ford dealing 158
Cumulatively?
this episode.
This episode.
Yeah,
This.
158 in one episode. First time anyone's dealt over 150. However, he only dealt the second highest amount of damage in this episode. Do you know who did the most? Yasha, 301.
Yeah.
She's hitting that grog stride.
I know, she'll text me from work and I say, you're killing it. The other night it was like, hey, how do you want to do this? And she's like, oh yeah, I want to watch Travis. I can't wait to see it. She doesn't talk like that. I'm sorry. Oh God, she's watching right now. I'm gonna leave.
Does she watch?
She does. She ends up, Tuesday nights, she ends up free a lot of times, and she usually watches every episode, and she texts me and says, great show.
Oh. Hi, Ash.
And then
Hi,
she says,
hi,
like,
Ash.
Hi.
Hi. Miss you.
miss you. By the end of the night, the warden had grown an additional 8 heads on top of its initial 5 and taken 428 points of damage.
Nice. I wasn't joking in the episode. I do have that miniature.
You do?
Yeah, and the night after the show, I took a couple of photos of me shooting it, and I came within a razor's breadth of posting that. But then I thought, yeah, I don't want to throw that out there. But he's in that corner.
That's good.
Yeah, I have a.
Do you have him facing the wall away
That's
from?
what I'm saying. I have a bookshelf which has miniatures on it, books and stuff, and at the top are my big minis, which I learned to do from Matthew Mercer because he's Grandpa D&D. And all my big miniatures are in the top, but now the Hydra's in the far corner facing, all the heads are facing the wall.
How many heads do you have on it right now? Because you like to rip them off.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my kink.
Head ripping.
Good coverage, Chief, because now I get to see a GIF of that later.
Hail Hydra.
Liam, speaking of you, first question's for you.
Oh,
Oh no.
I'm me.
Oh no, I fucked up this person's name last time, and now they tweeted me the right thing, but that was weeks ago.
Can't remember which one's the right one and which one's the wrong one. It's like
you know you're going to do it wrong.
We're gonna
meet a person. You don't know if their name is Jeff or Steve, but no matter what you say, it's going to be the wrong name, just
really
because
Paul.
it is, because it's Paul.
Thank you for the Skok Shocky that I had last night when I wasn't online on Twitch. Eva Kushen. Now, I'm gonna get it really wrong, but I added some flair to it.
If you're going with the Zimnian, it would be Kuchen.
Thank you.
So maybe it's Kuchen.
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 I don't think I can say that without getting a violation. How does Caleb mentally deal with being in an environment where it's hot as hell, literally anything can kill him, and there are no books?
Oh man, well his opinion is evolving quickly. The heat thing definitely, he's never had anything like that, so that's why the coat came off right away.
Yeah, it did.
He's not really worried about, like, even with the Hydra, I feel like the group has got it going on. He thinks they've got it going on. And while it was a threat to be taken seriously, it wasn't, oh dear God, Godzilla's here, we're all gonna die.
We handled it.
We handled it. Books, what he's been liking just being on the Menagerie Coast and just sort of being out of the Empire is interesting and curious to him. But being on the boat and being on the island, yeah, it's too many days passing by. So with every day that follows, he's starting to want to get the hell out and go home.
Is there a place that's too far away where he wouldn't be comfortable?
Newark.
That's fair.
Too far away?
Is Newark in
You
the,
mean like too? So is there a place that's so far away that he wouldn't be nervous anymore?
Yeah, like is there a place so far away from home that he's like, I'll go, this stuff that we're doing right now I'm enjoying, but I don't want to go too far away.
I don't think he'd go any further. Like where he is right now feels like the moon to him.
Okay.
He's very much of the Empire.
Yeah.
And sees leaving it as both a chance to learn things that he doesn't know and experience things he hasn't experienced so that he can do the things he wants to do. But also a way to sort of like, he's cognizant of the fact that everyone in this group has needs, and to get his, it can't just be like railroading everybody, to every library across the empire. He's got to help out.
Yeah, makes
Pitch in.
sense. Yeah.
Oh, he's evolving. That's nice.
We'll see. We'll see, Taliesin.
Yes.
We'll see, Taliesin. Hey, man, that almost perfectly matches your hair.
Thank you. Yeah, I just changed the hair.
looks awesome,
The hair.
dude.
Yeah, the hair color actually. I use these conditioners that change the color gradually.
Do you do it yourself? I've asked you this before. I can't remember.
Well, I mean, like the initial color is done by a friend, and then I have like blue conditioner and red
Do
conditioner.
you and Satine go to the same person?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Satine has her own person.
Satine probably has like a team.
Yeah, they have to. Yeah, they all.
Yeah.
work.
One person you go to?
Yeah, we have like a party. A bunch of friends get together, and we all get our hair dyed and do it all at the same time at like a friend's house.
I
And
miss
there's
the days
cheese
when
and
I
there's
was
like
allowed
internet
stuff like that.
and we gossip about friends and are really catty about shit. It's great.
I used to dye my hair like yours as well in years past. Did you ever do anything like that when you were a younger buck?
Yeah, we had that photo we showed on the one Talks episode when you did. I think it was your one shot where everyone was teenagers.
Yeah.
And they hate us in chat right now. But anyway, I posted a picture of me as a teenager, and I had black hair, and I had the little thing here.
Oh, yes, I
And
remember.
this was also
Yes.
black. Yeah, I remember
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I never did black.
What color did you dye your
I
hair?
did green, I did red, I did blue.
Okay, I could see green.
I've had purple. I've had dreadlocks, if you can believe that.
I can believe that.
You're welcome. Taliesin.
Please cleanse. Oh.
Sights and Sounds wants to know.
Ooh, good name, Patrick.
The Wild Mother and Cloaked Serpent are mortal enemies. How does Caduceus feel that Fjord's patron, it's good spelling, is one of Zahir's creations?
I don't think he's necessarily put that together yet. I don't think he necessarily believes that that's actually what's going on yet. So I will say that Caduceus is very uncomfortable with a lot of things happening right now, but is kind of just sort of abandoning the notion of comfort in the hopes of actually getting some answers and getting some direction. He's uncomfortable with a lot of things, and he definitely is. He's not sure that's actually what the deal is yet. In fact, I'm willing to believe that's not even his Taliesin. So
Wow.
I don't know. I'm not convinced that's what's happening yet.
I am so fascinated by this person.
Man, Ford's tied to a kaiju. Is that the word? Am I remembering it right?
That's kaiju.
Yeah.
Yeah. Undersea, just Godzilla coming up out of the ocean. Caleb's not sweating it. That's the coast.
Yeah, that's true, but I'm sweating it. I feel like there's some dark. Danny, I don't know. Do you? I sense there's some dark shit ahead for Ford.
I am very nervous about what's gonna happen because it's a giant snake creature that wants to kill everything. Anyway.
I did this immediately for comfort. I was just petting the Marisha. I was like, this will make me feel
I
better.
too pet Marisha for comfort.
Yeah, we do that around the office. We just go like, oh man.
Like a Fu Manchu.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
I'm being facetious. Like a giant kaiju storming around is bad news.
Well, yeah. Of course,
Yeah.
it's bad news.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this one's for you, Liam.
Okay.
Doc Watson 91.
Okay, here comes my serious answer. Here we go.
No, don't do that.
No, I don't know
No,
what I'm
roll
gonna
up
say.
your sleeve.
Who knows? Yep.
Clay and Caleb haven't had a ton of one-on-one time yet.
True. I've been waiting.
True.
I wonder what this person means by one-on-one. Is Caleb a tad wary of Cad unleashing some crazy insight bombs on him, or is it simply lack of time?
No, I mean, he's not worried about Cad picking into his brain. I think that Cad would see what the others see, which is that Caleb's fucked up. But he's not going to know the facts of Caleb's life, and that's all that really matters.
The facts of life?
Facts of life.
Great show.
I'm on an episode of Facts of Life.
Are you really?
Season what? Episode what? Tell me
Which
now.
of the girls did you interact with on the
Crit
Facts
roll
of Life?
stats, Andrew.
That's the best answer.
Trudy. What?
Did we not talk about
No!
God damn it, man.
on a- I
I did
wouldn't
a
have been
2-hour
talking
interview
about
with you. You
Trudy
don't
for
tell
the
me you're
last
on Facts of
8
Life?
years if I'd known you'd acted with Trudy?
With Trudy?
I'll pull it up on YouTube later. I'm a latchkey kid, and there's a fire next door, and
Oh my God, Liam
about
was a
dinosaurs.
latchkey
I was a
kid.
latchkey kid. I was waiting to be like pleased with Natalie, but Trudy is the gold mine.
yeah, no, Trudy,
Rudy.
Was she on roller skates at the time?
No roller skate. Although I will say that it was a very good set. Everyone was very nice.
Okay, there was an actor backstage who, I don't want to give away who it was, at New York Comic Con in the green room with us, that I have admired for many, many years. Was on a show about a guy who has superpowers and can fly back in the 90s. Now that guy does a lot of really shitty movies, but she works still, and she's Talison's back there, just they're best friends. And I'm going, you're best friends with someone that was on a show that rhymes with Blesprit Blouse Blives? And she was so amazing, and Talison's like, oh yeah, we've known each other for also like thousands of years. I think she's
quietly
one
had
of
the same
them.
reaction.
I was geeking out. And then afterwards, Taliesin
comic
goes,
book nerd, yeah.
you didn't say anything to her the whole time. I'm like, she was a very important part of my teenage years. That was crazy.
I've had that experience with people before too. No, she's lovely.
You got to let us know who else you know so we can be prepared for that if we walk back and see you just,
Just throw out
you know
Trudy
everybody, dude.
like that.
You can't just throw shit like that at us.
Ripples in the pond.
Fruity.
Shit.
All right, I look
Wait.
forward to.
I'll pull that shit up later.
Back to
It'd be great.
Caduceus and Caleb
Yes, tell
just
me
for
more.
a second. It's not the answer to that question, but it's been very present in my mind that Caleb and Caduceus have not talked a lot, and it's funny that Caleb is really, hazing's not the right word, but Caleb really looks at Caduceus like, we'll see if he lasts. He's the new guy, and it's so weird because you've been at the table, at the table all this time, but I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get people who are relaxed and groovy.
Do you
That doesn't make
think?
sense.
Do you think his skin is tough enough to hang with where you guys are at yet?
I don't think so. I don't think he thinks so.
I mean, ability-wise, sure. He's automatically the nicest one in the group now. Like
He's a
the best of
hermit.
us.
Well, he
terrifying.
is, but he's a hermit, and the rest of you, not that he doesn't have his own complexities, but the rest of you guys are a fucking mess. And so,
I don't know what you mean.
yeah, you have no idea of all people. But like, this guy, not that he,
He's just fascinated by your intellectualism. He really wants to know that, and he's a little shy about it at this point.
Are you that anonymous Tumblr child?
yes.
Stop shipping, Danny.
I will never.
Yep.
But no, he's fascinated by what you represent, and definitely doesn't understand it, but would like to. So.
Dude.
You're just you too. I was gonna say you're just a mystery, but that's also true.
Yeah, speaking
No,
of.
he's definitely curious what he would be if he had had an education.
Oh, that's interesting.
I wonder what he would be too.
Yeah.
What do you think he would be if he had an
I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't build him that way.
Well, like Henry David Thoreau wrote a whole book about the importance of just being in wilderness, and it has been scientifically proven that if you spend more time in the wilderness, you're more calm. It has that effect on your body.
Yeah.
So he's just been chilling in a cemetery for decades. So
And shit went down, but it was never nothing traumatic. So.
That whole thing with being in the wilderness and it being calm, but that can't apply to Burning Man, can it? Not when someone's like shaking titties and a gold glow stick.
Don't talk
right
about what
in
you
your
don't
face.
know, man.
Hey, I would go if they would let me in.
Yeah, we've made
That's a
sure that ain't
different-
gonna happen.
that's a different situation. It's questionable how many titties were shaking in Henry David Thoreau's face when he wrote Walden.
Well,
Probably no more than
Wow.
4 or 6.
I'll answer
I knew we'd
that.
get back to
I'll
Walden.
answer that just by saying as much as I hope I see some Taliesin Trudy action later, I hope to also see that online. Someone will find it on YouTube. Taliesin, Miss Mag Pirate asks, for someone whose background has been in tending to the dead and the grieving, how does Clay feel about the trail of unceremoniously dumped bodies that Mighty Nine often leave behind them? This is kind of going to what I was saying about thick skin. Or post-mortem shenanigans like using limbs to seal traps.
Everything is food. The graveyard, the graveyard by itself is actually, I mean, on a certain level, I don't want to say it's unceremonious because that's not what they built there. It's a little interesting. The graveyard that he comes from, that he tended, was designed to be extremely wild in nature, and a very specific place where very specific people would get put into the earth, and they actually had a lot of. This is something poor Matt has to deal with, is absorbing all of my story arc. There were people who would come there and they'd be like, you can't be here. You bring us your dead, and your dead are not going to be here. You're going to have to put them outside the grounds. So those grounds were very specific and needed very specific things that were being tended to. But beyond that graveyard, there are two thoughts of burial within kind of his religious culture, which is kind of air burial, which is the idea is as long as the body's useful, it doesn't matter where you put it, and it's useful by being eaten. So like you can leave it out as long as it's gonna pulp, and then it doesn't matter where it goes because it's not where you put it, it's what happens to it.
It's not where you put it. It's what happens to
Lord, you can make everything into the.
Don't put this on me, man. You just said it. I just repeated.
So,
I didn't mean anything
Your voice
dirty.
makes everything dirty. Why is it your voice makes everything dirty?
It's not my voice. It's the combo of my face and my voice.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with what they did, I think, for Caduceus, because, he made tea. It can be used for worm food. We used it for caulking.
Yeah,
and then eventually snake food after we leave.
It was being used, and that's all that really,
Sam, or Max, he wanted, I get them confused now. A lot of people are doing that.
Same guy.
He wanted me to have you say caulking again.
Caulk.
You know about caulk, Max?
Hey, Liam.
Yeah.
Oh no, another one I keep messing up. Carnot lesbian. Carnot? Carno? What is it?
Is it?
It's a reference to
Carnot
something,
like
but I can't
Merlot?
remember what it is. Is it an obscure anime? What am I missing here?
Yes, it's an obscure anime.
Hey, obscure anime wants to know. Caleb displayed a lot of trust by giving his spellbooks to Ford before the attempted infiltration of the Yuan-Ti temple?
Yuan-Ti. Yawning.
That's the spelling. The village. What was going on in his mind at that moment?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did put a lot of trust in Ford. He does trust Ford for certain things. Not enough to tell him everything. But Caleb's all about calculated risks and the chances that in the middle of this jungle where they're all trying to survive together, that Ford would not give them back, pretty slim, but it was a thing for him. It wasn't an easy give. And if they survive, he gets them back, and if they're dead, they're dead.
Interesting.
I have a painting at home somewhere that says I took a calculated risk, but boy, am I bad at math.
Yes,
Which is
the risk I took was calculated, but man, am I bad at math.
It's a
My
great
favorite of the troubled birds.
Troubled birds.
Caleb has been getting a little cocky, I think, lately. Like, since
Keeps finding reasons to say cock. He keeps
he's
doing it.
been really cocky. Like, he plugs up holes everywhere he goes.
It's just, I don't know what it is about this guy.
Keeps going.
That's good because I felt like he had been a little stiff up until then.
Yeah. You just got to loosen him up, Taliesin.
Yeah.
Yeah, since saving the other three, which
It's
again,
like a shaft you have to climb, You just have to get... I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm so sorry.
man, ball's in your court, Brian.
Oh, really? Oh, man, you're going to leave me with that sack to hold? Guys. This is so good for, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I haven't slept in a couple of days.
Oh.
I have a extremely sick dog at home that I'm taking care of.
Which one?
Sully. He's,
No.
yeah, this is so unprofessional for me to talk about it. Yeah,
His body can't handle that.
He's on his way. He's on his way up the river, so his mom's coming home tomorrow to take care of him, but I've been taking care of him home alone for the last few days. It's been rough, so sorry if I'm a little off. I texted Danny a minute ago. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm terrible right now. This is
That's
sucking.
sad.
Wonderful.
He's such a good little dog.
Yeah, he's been on the show too.
Now for rack.
I
Now for
rewatched
ruin.
it. I rewatched it the other night, and I put him up to the thing, and I was like, "Look, buddy, you were internet famous." All right. Dickymon wants to know, in light, yeah. Speaking of, that's a perfect question for right where we just went. In light of Travis's role playing Yasha to some amazing moments and maybe pushing his Bo Yasha agendas, who would you trust to RP your character if either one of you were out?
Do I have to pick
We have to
one?
One person?
Or
It's kind of tough.
I can think. I mean, like.
Why don't you guys call in guests to RP your character if you're gone?
I don't have any friends anymore because of this place. Just
You
kidding,
know
I do.
Terry Hatcher. You are friends with one of the most beautiful, charismatic, incredible people.
She is fantastic.
Her and Jennifer Connelly are like,
you get
you know.
I don't know if I can. I'll try and make that phone call. I don't know what you need. I don't know.
My
No,
goodness.
Mild acquaintances with Terry
Yeah,
Hatcher. She's
right.
lovely.
Really good question. I want to know the answer
No,
to
it is a great
It is.
question, and I'm
I mean-
weighing the possibilities.
Is Ashley an option, or is that?
Sure. Yeah, we can include her in it. Yeah.
Ashley is up there for me. Then it would probably be either Marisha or Travis would be my next two, just for because I think they could get the zen. Also, Ashley would know how to tank the character.
I think Ashley would be my number one RP-wise for Caleb. And then I would probably go to you.
Thank you.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Really beautiful.
Hey,
Yeah, I would like to see Ashley play your character. That would actually be kind of
Come
fun.
home, Shane.
Oh.
guys, if the time comes, and you know, you guys are voiceover dudes, I'm not, but could use a little work. They keep cutting my pay here for the quality of my hosting.
Obvious reasons.
Obvious reasons. You need a British guy?
Have you ever dubbed hentai?
No, but people keep asking me and saying that they say your voice kind of reminds me of some nice hentai dubbing.
I never have directed a hentai dub, but I feel like at this point in my career, I could if I wanted to.
There's no VHS tapes out there of you dubbing hentai?
No, only my mind.
I was on an airplane with Mary Elizabeth McGlynn one time, and somebody said hentai, and I had no idea what it was.
Oh,
and
no.
Mary explained hentai to me for a half an hour, and it was the funniest goddamn conversation I've had in my life. You have those with Mary. Hey, let's give away some free shit.
Ooh, yeah.
Is it hentai?
What?
Is it hentai?
Yeah.
Okay.
Way hentai.
Very special wormwood box.
Tonight's giveaway is some hentai made by Arsequeef. Guys, it's gift of the week.
Gift of the week.
Gift of the week.
Gift of the week. Gift of the week.
Right.
Our winner.
Doing it?
You're doing it, Steve. Chris, did you pick that up?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. I'm going to watch that when I get home. That's going to cheer me up. Hey, episode 39, Campaign 2 winner was sent in by Denebian at Denebian. This is great. Bink, boink, bink, boink, bink, bink, bink. Oh, it was the perfect amount of slaps, too. Oh, but I just realized that somebody could do a lot of photoshopping there with that, too, though.
Why do you think it won gift of the week?
Man, that's why.
It's craftsmanship right there.
Congrats to you, Denebian. You have won this softest shirt in the history of shirts. Man, look at that. This is one of my favorite ones that we've come out with, man. Do you know what would be a cool shirt I thought of the other day?
Spill it, girl.
Spill it, girl. Remember, you can submit for our weekly contests by emailing
Wait, which was the shirt?
to submit@talksmachina.com. I think Lord Have Mercy would be a great shirt. And, I thought of some other good ones. You know, Rachel suggested last night, I guess a lot of people in chat during Marisha's episode want the fuck you
fuck
title
you
card as a
title card.
t-shirt.
God,
And now
such a good payoff.
but my brain
so
went
good.
my brain went oh thank you. My brain went to and now his Baywatch has ended. Because it's so inside. It's so inside. Like, but if I just want two critters to run into each other at a hot dog on a stick or something, and be like, I understand that, sure. You know what I mean? And those two become best
It's such a
friends, and then
deep
they have
cut.
a game
Yeah.
together. Yeah.
Such a deep cut.
Get married.
Maybe they get married. That would be cool.
Nice.
Taliesin.
It's over. I forgot about that. Yeah.
CD88 wants to know, we know that Caduceus isn't a fan of alcohol, but how does he feel about psychedelic fruit? Has he had any exposure to any substances like that in his graveyard in the past?
Yes, he is a fan. Yes, he has definitely dabbled in psychotropics. So, absolutely.
I can't wait. I bet he's got some in his pouch, and I can't wait till there's a moment in an episode where he gives someone one, and then he goes, I didn't know you like to get wet. That's a Training Day reference for the folks at home.
Yeah.
Great film. Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, it is a great film.
But yeah, no, he actually. There's a lot of jokes about him being like a stoner, and he's not a stoner.
Yeah, he's not a stoner. he
No,
doesn't
but
have the stoner
definitely,
vibe.
Yeah, he's definitely.
He's a fun guy, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This is going
so
well.
good. It's so good.
This Act 1.
I mean, it seems like a no-brainer.
Dicks
For
and
real.
balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a
Low-hanging
no-brainer.
fruit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely something that grows in the garden. So.
That's interesting. Liam, Donald Cheeto wants to know. You know, of all the Donalds,
Yeah.
Glover and Cheeto are my favorite.
I like that he uses his full proper name
Yeah,
when writing into this show.
exactly. Why was Caleb willing to eat the fruit? Was he afraid of missing a chance to read? Did he want to show he is actively contributing to the group?
Well, it was shoved into his mouth, so I mean, there are a lot of factors went into my decision to swallow the fruit. Sorry.
Christ.
It was just a literal sentence. I was just literally answering the
Dude.
question.
Do you know what? We're having a great time. The mods may not be, but we love our mods. Rachel will send you a sticker or something because
Just a literal, straight up answer to the
I
question.
understand.
On it.
I understand, man.
I'm just trying to kill Danny right now. This is all
Danny's-
my attempt to kill Danny.
More about your decision to swallow, Liam.
Yeah. Tell us more about your decision to swallow.
Oh my God.
Oh, Lord.
Jester rammed the, like, I envisioned it. Listen, sometimes we do things and two different people use their imagination, the power of imagination, to see things differently. I saw it as an orange wedge getting shoved in his mouth. It was in, the damage was done, and it was funny. So,
Yeah.
swallow the fruit.
Why an orange wedge and not a banana or like a cucumber?
That's just what my brain, that's just where my brain went, was like a wedge of like a papaya or something.
I was thinking
shoved
like
in his
papaya or
mouth.
guava, like something like mushy,
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Persimmon,
a fig.
a fig.
Fig,
And I
that was where
chose
my brain was
on the
fig.
spur of the moment to decide that Caleb did not see not off in the corner. They're in a large chamber of trees. They're not at a small table like we are. So I
Yeah.
decided in a split second. Caleb did not see not writing anything down. Jester shoved a wedge of fruit in his mouth. This is funny. This is fun. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And he's still high at the top of the next episode.
Yeah.
Still high.
No idea how long that's gonna last.
This is forever.
Ooh.
This is who we are
Any
now.
theories on how long it's gonna last?
Forever.
12 to 24 hours.
Long rest.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
long rest. That's my theory.
That's your theory?
Yeah.
Okay.
When in
I
doubt.
am a scientist.
Did you say well endowed?
Oh, I said when in doubt.
I think so. Hey guys,
We heard what we wanted to hear.
Galaxy Cleric wants to know how did it feel to fight a Hydra?
That was a lot. I tried some new spells and tried some stuff I hadn't tried before. I experimented and wow, everything really.
Yeah.
Yep. No, there's no fighting it tonight.
Good night.
Yeah.
I'm going to embrace it. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it was nice just finding some new stuff in my kit, which I was really happy with. Like that D4.
That was fucking awesome.
This thing, it's a great spell, and I haven't been using it. I'm going to use it all the fucking time now.
Oh my God.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And then that thing I was doing with Yasha, I can't remember the
Fuck. Path of the Grave?
Path
Was
of the
that it?
Grave vulnerability
What did that do again?
It means that I can make an enemy so that the next time someone hits it, they do double damage.
Oh. Oh wow.
So as long as I
So,
know
like,
somebody's coming with a big bat, twice the short rest,
it's likely that Yash is going to cream something.
then I can.
Shit.
a big bad and
You're
cream
giving
something.
crit damage to somebody,
Crit
right?
damage.
This
Yeah.
is my new
Wow.
favorite episode.
I'm giving it's vulnerable. It makes them vulnerable to all attacks.
Listen, Taliesin and I have 4 decades of depravity chambered. So,
Yep.
you're welcome.
God damn it.
I'm almost 3, so.
Oh.
This show, man. This show is something else.
Caleb felt about the way that Liam did, which was, we have this, we should have this. I know what to do to solve this. It's not working. Why isn't it working? We have this. Oh, good, it's done.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was about the arc of it.
Yeah, I made some bad. I was also tired. And I definitely know I made a few bad calls. Like there were just little things. Like I shouldn't have backed off the Hydra. I was watching things happen, going like, I can tell I'm tired.
Do you leave every episode with something where you go, I fucked that up? Or is it every other episode? Is there something? Because some of my games, I walk away and I'm like, yeah, I did what I could considering the circumstances, considering the roles, you know what I mean? All the chaos, all the stuff that's outside of your control. But how often do you go like, I
Only
fucked
when
that
I'm
up?
really tired.
When you're really tired, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't feel bad about that. Putting both of the clerics out in the woods and then having.
And worth noting too, and I know we've mentioned this before, but you guys usually work, and for you, you have to get up early because you're kids and like do all this stuff. By the time that everybody gets here, you've already worked a full day and had other like kid stuff, family stuff.
5 a.m. every
5
day.
a.m. Yeah, like it's
Including the day after.
yeah. And the night that spoilers, the night that Molly died. All that happened after midnight. Like that's so I'm sure
that had been a full day.
I'm sure you have to give yourself some grace for those tired moments and stuff.
But yeah, like last week was pretty fucking hectic. I mean, like yeah.
In the game or our
In
lives or
life.
life?
We
Yes.
were busy last
life
week.
was hectic in general.
That was
these
a
days.
lot last week.
I think the only time I left the game and went, well, you fucked that up is Larkin. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, like, Vax made plenty of boneheaded decisions, but I never regretted them. I mean, even like, hitting the button outside that glass chamber that filled with acid. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But Larkin was pretty dumb.
And mine are always technical. They're never like role playing. I'm like, I can't believe I said that. It's always more of the like, I should have just been 5 feet to the left. What was up with that?
Yeah, I think I'm going to get that with Caleb. Vax just leapt at things and stabbed them.
Was it?
I don't know. I mean, like, even the bad decisions lead to awesome.
Yeah. The
So-
bad decisions do lead to awesome on this show, that's for sure. On Critical Role, I mean.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, the bad things never lead to awesome on this show. Hey, both of you, Concombre 36, how does it feel knowing the fruits could have been used to distract the Hydra?
I hadn't even thought about it.
Matt said that online. I
Could have gotten the Hydra High.
guess so.
I would have liked to have gotten the Hydra High now that I know that was an option.
Oh, man.
If we had gotten
Doesn't Hydra High sound like it would be the name of a Leonard Skinner song?
It's a Hydra. It's a.
Did you laugh, Max?
No.
It's probably Steve.
Damn it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it sounds like it, Steve.
No, I mean like that's now that I know that that's an option, I'm into that.
Just getting a Hydra high?
Yeah.
Forget about our lives in the battle.
just
But
Okay,
out
but
a
here's the
Hydra.
thing.
all right.
A lot of people respond differently to substances. Do you think getting the Hydra High would have made it cool, like chill, or do you think it would have made it paranoid, like my parents are showing up any minute, oh my
Yeah,
God.
you never know, do you, Brian?
never know.
Never know. No, and like maybe each head would have had a different response. That could have been very interesting.
Oh, wow, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I mean,
3
yeah,
of
what
them
if they-
could have been
There's a
loving
lot
it,
of different brain
and 2
chemistry
of them
happening
could have
there.
been in the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's a sitcom.
Yeah.
A Hydra with like 5 different heads and personalities, and they're always fighting with
One
each
Hydra
other.
living
Right.
together.
Yeah.
I told you we shouldn't have mixed.
God damn it. Oh man, this episode. Well, it's
Glad
a
it's not just
burner.
me.
It's a burner.
Glad it's not just me.
This has more dick jokes than Honey Heist 2 for some reason.
Hey, listen, I got a limited number of years left here. It's now or never. Brian.
I
It's
know,
now
we
or
gotta
never.
we gotta get them out while we can. And in. Let's give away some more free shit, and then we'll move on to fan art of the week. Let's go.
Fan art.
Oh,
Woo,
it's
my
me.
dad.
It's me.
This week's winner was sent in by Felicia King at a Felicia King. Let's take a look. This is majestic.
Yeah.
This is majestic. I don't know how else to describe this one.
Man, look at all that psychedelic fruit.
That is
I want to
so
go there.
dope. You know what? It's so interesting because when Matt describes these places, the imagination is so different for each person.
That's better than what I was imagining.
Exactly. That was the
way
point I was
better.
going to make. And you see something like that and you go, God, I'm so glad that someone made that so that now whenever I watch this episode again, I can picture that exact thing.
Yeah, that's just copied, erased over my mental image of
Exactly.
the garden entirely.
Man,
Get 50 hydros high.
could get, yeah. Fantastic work, Felicia. Thank you for submitting.
It's like some Klimt shit.
You have won this Paduke.
Hadouken.
Badoo.
Oh man, this thing's cool. With Ebony Dust Inlay Halloween Dice Vault. Available now, Kickstarter, Wormwood, at Wormwood Gaming, wormwoodgaming.com. This is a really cool
I
color.
know that one's so
That
pretty.
color's really popping.
Can I see that one when you're done with it?
Gonna take this.
It's really pretty.
But I want it.
Well,
you guys,
I'll give it- yeah.
you guys know I keep these after every episode. We never send them to people. But
Color.
Yeah.
irregardless,
Nice.
you can send your fan art to submit at toxmachina.com. Rules for our contests are available on critroll.com. Moving on, lightning round. Here are the questions that need to be asked. This should be interesting. Cuttlefish 333. Let's hear it. Cuttlefish. Nope, we got to go back to Liam for it because I gotta. There you go. Do you find it intimidating to play such a high intelligence character, especially when faced with a challenge or puzzle you feel your character should be able to solve?
Yeah, because I'm dumb. I'm wicked dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. I'm not as smart as Caleb is, for sure, which is why I lean on keen mind so heavily. I don't take heavy notes. I don't know. I don't have street smarts either. I'm really a lost cause. I'm role-playing.
It's not true. Oh, yeah, character.
What's the actual question? Do you find it intimidating? Yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit. A little bit.
That was a hard puzzle.
That was a hard puzzle.
I did not expect the answer to be what it was.
No, and like sometimes I come in I don't know, I come in a different mindset to this game. Sometimes I want to be super alert and like and like poke people role play wise. And some days I've had a hard day and I just kind of want to like kick back and see what happens. And you know, you never know where you're going to be. I mean, just think about your own home games, people. Like sometimes you're doing this after a full day with the kids, or you're squeezing it in on a work night, or it just kind of happens how it happens.
Squeezing it in? Oh, Danny picked up on that.
That was reaching
No, it wasn't.
around.
Not for Danny.
That was.
That was reaching around. Taliesin. Save us from all these fallacies with the answer to, hey, how did you feel when Travis said Molly?
Yeah, I am honestly. There's very few things in the world that delight me more than seeing a little bit of shame roll down his face.
People's discomfort.
When he realizes that
Travis's discomfort specifically is really, it has a flavor.
Yeah.
when he says something and then immediately realizes he shouldn't, it is a jump. He is like,
So I specifically made an offended face at him, and not a comical one. Like I very specifically made.
yes.
And because he has it coming, so.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, I'm embarrassed to admit the level of Schadenfreude that I feel with Travis playing a really cool, really layered, really interesting character this campaign, when he made such a big deal about this is just fun and I'm a dummy and you can do anything, and he was always like, don't sweat it. What's the big deal? This is fun. And now he's got this really interesting character. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you and your emotional investment now. Ha!
Yes, I know.
Welcome.
I know.
Welcome to the asylum.
And he's kind of the leader and
I mocked him so hard. I mean, I mocked him so hard at the live show, too. It's not that easy, is it, to be the smart one?
It's
not that fucking easy.
He's having amazing moments, and I love Ford. I love the character. I love everything that he's doing, and I love watching him sweat. I love it so much.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
because he just wears it. I mean, you guys are gonna despite the fact that I'm in it, you guys are gonna love Laura's one shot. It is amazing.
Oh, it's
We
very-
just
You,
shot
you
it the
bring a
other
lot.
day.
You bring a lot to the one shot.
Oh, boy.
You do.
Hey, but Taliesin, answer this question. I just wanted to
Okay.
see your reaction to the Molly thing.
Oh man,
because that was a
it
moment.
delighted me.
Okay.
It delighted me.
That was a moment. Golden Rosie 101. When playing a relatively new character, is it difficult to remember that Caduceus still doesn't know these people very well and hard to interact as personally with them, not having as deep a connection with Yasha as before?
Weird. Well, I mean, like, if it had been any other character, probably. I can't speak to any other character, I guess. But like, because he is just so. I specifically made a character that very quickly bonds with people because that's what he's been doing for decades. So that I could kind of get past some of that. And weirdly, like, there's something nice about being around people that you kind of know, playing people that you kind of know, doing the hi, and just forcing them to open up and get into it with you. Even though I know a lot of this information, I can kind of, it's kind of fun to just back off of that knowledge.
And
It's
play dumb. Like sometimes
Yeah.
you feel like you're being casually, playfully trollish. Which
I am.
is great.
I absolutely am. That's very true. I'm getting, again, it's all about my revenge on Travis. This is literally all it's about.
It's so layered.
I mean, like-
but Taliesin is
I was
so
just watching Grog this whole
he's
time.
so
going, "Oh,
layered in the
that's how you
stuff
do
that he
it."
thinks about, though, and you can tell because some of this clay shit that's coming out, and as quickly as you're responding to stuff in a way that is not only so great in character, but it teaches you something about the character in the quippy responses that you're doing.
I get the boy very, very, yeah.
This guy is a little bit like Bruce Lee in that Bruce Lee talked about, like, you know, you're not like tense the whole time. You're totally relaxed, and he's not moving that much. And then suddenly,
Yep.
and then like the fist tenses at the
Yes.
last second with your brain.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it is. Liam,
With your brain.
with your brain.
You're sharp. You're a sharp one.
Liam,
Some days.
Yep.
find a way to work penis into the answer to this question from Arcanophage. Did
Arcanophage.
eating of the warden's special fruit offer Caleb a reprieve from the burden of his perpetual self-flagellation? Now, that doesn't say, never mind. How did he feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, the question kind of took care of the dick properties.
right
didn't it?
there.
It doesn't say self-fellatioation. I'm sorry, America and the world.
Self-flagellation.
I'm
well,
sorry,
never know.
Quebec.
Let's see if I can unintentionally
Sorry,
talk
most of
about
all.
penises. I'm sure I can. It didn't go away, but it went way, 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 way down low. It just felt like a distant, faded thing. So it did feel good to not care. It hasn't been that long.
No, you
An hour of it.
An hour? Okay.
Yeah.
pretty giggly.
But I mean, even in like if I've ever had harder times, like, and if I've had one too many, it doesn't go away. It's just, it's just right here, and it goes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think because he lives in a state of misery to a certain extent, manageable misery, I will say, do you think it's possible that he could maybe become addicted to something that could make those feelings sort of live under the surface? Or does he want those feelings on the surface? Does he want them accessible?
Yeah, he is about self-flagellation, very much so. And does not want to escape it. He wants to just he just wants to wallow in the dick euphemisms, Brian.
I understand. He just wants to live in a bag of dicks.
That's what I heard.
Damn.
No, he really likes hating on himself.
Yeah,
That was the point of all this.
interesting. It's interesting he says that was the point of all this.
Man.
No. I didn't mean that as a dick thing.
Oh, okay.
I mean that you are summing up. I love that, but I mean that by all this, you mean this backstory, this character you've created. That you're summing up Caleb by saying like that's what you're choosing to be his defining moment. That he's going to use as the axis for his life.
He wants to do something unfathomable, fueled by self-loathing.
Yeah.
And there is like a thin little window that if he sticks the landing, he can untie the knot, and it's very unlikely. Even if he fails, I think in his head, he thinks like he's done the unimaginable. He should be willing to risk everything and anything to undo it, including himself.
But see, now you got me all fucked up, and my conspiracy theory mind is thinking, because he said not in there. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
I knew you caught that, Danny.
Always.
No, there's some shit. I mean, I got ideas, man. There's a lot of people on Reddit that are saying stuff, and I'm going like, yeah, I think you're onto something there. I think you're onto something there. But don't tell me shit.
That's on.
She is a fly in the ointment, but
I have some people sort of like, okay, I get this. I can kind of see where this is going and whatever else. But Caleb, man, that's a tough nut to crack. But I have some ideas.
I really do think about like maybe I'll reach a point. I honestly don't know. D&D is great. I have no idea where I want this asshole to go, and I could definitely see being one branch being like, it's time to go
Yeah.
from the party.
There's a lot of ways that could go.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways that
Yeah.
could go.
Yep.
Well, we got to wrap up, but this question is really interesting, so I wanted to get you guys' perspective. This is from not an unclever girl, or not an Uncle Virgirl. What is going through the minds of Caleb and Clay as they draw nearer and nearer to potentially releasing the Snake of Many Eyes? Do they feel any hesitation in freeing this powerful creature without knowing much about it?
Does Travis watch this show?
Not since he had a child, but he still texts me and says, I heard the show was great.
Clay hasn't really thought about it. Clay's just still pushing forward with the idea that this will get answers.
Yeah.
Haven't really put. Yeah, Clay hasn't put much thought into it yet. Been very myopic, which is weird for him.
Well, it didn't really seem like like something real until recently. And Ford wasn't telling everybody much, but Caleb eavesdropped and got quite a bit, and now it seems like something that could be on the verge of happening, and it's a bad idea. It's definitely a bad idea. I think that Caleb would stop it if he can or could. I don't know. It seems like such a contradiction too, because Ford, on the surface at least, is such a gentleman and seems to care about people around him. But the thing that he's, and I'm trying not to let like the knowledge that our characters should not have bleed in, but from what little they do know, it seems so counter to his personality, but that doesn't mean anything, I guess.
I feel like he's hiding a lot.
Caleb does, and doesn't push because of the way he is himself. But Caleb thinks that he's hiding a lot.
What about Clay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right away.
Oh, yeah.
Right away you knew this was a...
I think it's a mix of hiding something and also not knowing, and it's somebody with not a lot of self-knowledge, and I think Clay's curious to see what happens to Ford once Ford has self-knowledge, and that's really going to be kind of the writing on the wall.
Curious or cautious?
Cautious. I'm both.
Okay.
Definitely of the opinion that it could go either way, and that if self-knowledge informs a good person, then that's somebody worth having, and if self-knowledge informs bad decisions, then there's enough of us to take care of that.
Yeah. Well, tell me.
Oh,
You were going to say something. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Tell me.
I think Caleb, being the massive hypocrite that he is, just like with Jester and Jester's mom and the thoughts that he has about Jester that he'll never say out loud because he's got no place to say anything. He killed his parents. With Ford, he thinks that Ford is hiding a lot and doing things that seems like he's dealing with things greater than him that he can't possibly get a handle on, and is making terrible decisions. How could Caleb ever say anything to anybody? But he would probably take he's such a hypocrite because he would probably take steps to stop Ford from doing the things that he's doing, still knowing that he means to do the things that he wants to do. That you know, fucking with time is dangerous, right? And he's got an idea for how it could work. But if there's a misstep, he could shit all over everything.
Yeah.
But he would probably still try to stop Ford from releasing Gojira.
Yeah. Gojira.
Yeah.
Oh, we missed it. Do it again. Wait. I love it. It makes this is so cool. Well, that's all the time we have for tonight, folks. End it on a high note, you know?
Yep.
Don't do that.
No,
Don't do that. Don't do
no,
that.
I'm not gonna do that.
Nope, don't do that, please. Well, stick around for Talks Machina After Dark. I would like to thank Liam and Taliesin for joining me tonight.
Thanks for having
Guys,
us. Blaine.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Please enjoy, and I'm sorry, Laura's one shot on Thursday night this week, and then the following week we'll be back with episode 40, man. Episode 40. Wow, that's so cool. We're getting into some shit now. Until then, as we always say, don't forget to love each other. Don't worry, it's almost Thursday. Stay tuned, my friends. Don't you guys think Max's Man Bun needs a show?
His own show?
Yeah,
Max Bun.
Max Bun.
But Max Bun.
Wish you had a
Welcome
man
to
bun
After
like
Dark,
Max.
the show where we answer questions from the Al Fox chat.
Now we can start making dick jokes.
Now we
Now
can
the real
finally
dick
make.
jokes begin.
Finally.
Oh, guys, Arsqueef asked a question. You're our beloved. I can't wait to meet Arsqueef this weekend. What amazing part of the English cuisine are you most excited about sampling?
Well, I've been to the UK. You've been to the UK.
Not in a long time. I mean, like I was, other than
You were in Ireland recently.
I was in Ireland and Germany, which is not the UK.
Yeah.
A little while ago. I haven't been to England in quite a while though.
That's true for me too.
Yeah.
I go to Ireland a ton. Haven't been to England in a while.
Tea and crumpets for me.
Really?
I like a sausage roll.
I
a
like-
Plowman's.
You like a sausage roll.
Yeah, there we go for a dick joke right
Jesus
there.
Christ.
I like.
You're just giving them to us.
Yeah, that was a gift.
I would like to have
I'll
a
accept.
real scone with clotted cream. Clotted cream.
Clotted cream. Here we
Proper
go.
Heinz beans.
No, for real. I want it.
Proper
It's
what?
good.
Heinz beans, like beans, like the British.
Yeah.
There's something about the canned beans that they have out there are really good.
Yeah.
Nothing tastes like it.
I love a good English breakfast, man. Just comfort food. Yeah, maybe
Box tea.
Arsqueef and I are trying to plan our dates while we're out there, and I would like him to take me to a nice English breakfast and woo me, you know.
Will Arsqueef be in humanoid form or is it gaseous?
I hope a mixture of both, because I would like to see that party trick. Hey, guys. Oh, this is interesting. This is from Casually Challenged. I'm a guy who plays a female character. Do you think it ever gets any easier to refer to not as her?
Do you think it'll ever get easier for us? Gosh, I don't know.
I feel like I've gotten a handle on it.
I don't
now.
think I could be wrong. I don't think I've slipped on that one. I'm sure I will though.
I
at some
have
point.
a bunch of times, just because
Sure.
I'm so used to Sam and also just Scanlan for all those years.
It's usually, I find it's a difference of whether or not I feel like I slip when I find myself commenting to Sam as opposed to not, which I will do
Exactly.
on occasion, and
Yeah.
that'll throw me. But that's
Right. I feel like I've mixed up Frumpkin's gender more than I have Knott's. I know I have. I don't know. I really think of Sam as a little green lady when
I'm
we're
okay
at the
with it,
table.
yeah. best description of Sam that possibly exists.
Big time. This is pretty interesting. Frickwit, Liam.
Frickwit.
If you, Liam, wore book holsters, what books would you keep in them? Lord of the Rings.
Jeez.
That's heavy.
I would keep Hellboy: Seed of Destruction,
Yes.
Volume 1, and I guess, shit, what's a good book I've read that I really love? I don't know. One would be really small. It would just be a small, like 4-issue volume of Hellboy, and then the complete works of Shakespeare in the other. So that I'd be like leaning over on the side all the time.
Finally get a little lifting on the left side. Oh,
Yeah,
the left.
yeah. Big right bicep and a little measly little left side.
Yeah.
One of those Hellboy compendium editions, and then would even you out a little better.
If you just picked one Shakespeare play, what would it be?
Just one Shakespeare play? That's not fair, Danny.
I'm asking.
That's not fair, though. I mean, it's so cliche. It would be Hamlet because Hamlet has everything in it.
That was not my guess.
What was your guess?
I was thinking Richard III. I don't know why.
Yeah, he's kind of a D-bag, though.
Yeah, he is.
And Hamlet has some redeemable qualities.
Yeah, he's.
Hamlet has valleys. He's a roller coaster.
Yes.
Wizard in Glass.
That's good. That's
Wizard
a
in
good.
Glass.
Yep, that's good.
It's heavy, but I'd take it with me. I'm gonna start Dark Tower over again.
Oh wow.
As soon as I finish Harry Potter, I miss those guys, man. I want to go back and be with them again.
Well, that's comfort food.
Yeah, I'm in that season where I want to go back and be with them again.
Wizard in Glass was young Roland, right?
Yeah.
There's some Caleb threads.
Is there really?
Yeah.
You know, man, I wondered with this guy. I wondered if there were any sort of Dark Tower seeds in there somewhere. So that's interesting. You
Just one.
don't spoil. Obviously,
Okay.
you're so good at not giving away stuff like that. But that's really cool. I think there's so many Dark Tower fans that are critters. Oh my God! Anytime someone tweets me about Dark Tower, I try to write them back. Like,
If you haven't read them, man, they're good. They're great
so
fantasy.
good. It is. It's such a great. It's a weird mixture of fantasy and Western and just
The very first,
Shakespeare.
The Dark Tower, where he's just crossing the desert, that is like poetry, that book. I mean,
is.
it gets more
The Gunslinger, yeah.
science fiction and pulp the further it goes, but that first one is poetry.
It is. Yeah, it is. God, that's
It's been a while. I'm gonna have to go back to that. It's been a long while.
There are other worlds than these.
There are other worlds than these. I don't have any tattoos at all, but if I ever get a tattoo, I have an idea for it, and it has to do with there are other worlds than these. Should I just do it? You guys
Yes,
have
just do it.
tattoos.
You
Should I just do it?
I'm ready. I'm ready for another.
I always encourage people to get tattoos.
Why can't you have a
because-
tattoo, Danny?
Reasons.
For reasons? Okay.
I wouldn't sleeve it up with you or cover your entire back or anything, but something.
Like right here,
In the
just
right
to fill out.
place.
That's so. There's like
yeah.
there's nothing
Under the
happening
eye.
right
Little
there.
Post Malone action going on. I
It is a blank canvas.
get away
waiting.
with that. Okay. Taliesin,
Yeah.
Cattywampus, given the chance, what color would you dye Liam's hair?
Good name.
Ooh.
Good question.
Ooh. I would say either like a blue silver with a little bit of purple highlight could look quite good, like a
shit.
gentle amethyst.
Yes.
That would be my first thought.
Liam is a
like
gentle
17
amethyst.
colors.
Yeah.
Aw.
Well, you can do that now. We've got fancy tools. We can do all sorts of crazy stuff. Yeah, be good. Bring out your eyes.
You know what we didn't get a chance to talk about on the Twig show was Fluffernutter.
Fluffernutter.
Fluffernutter, does that scare you guys? The fact that it seemed pretty clear that was going to be a bit of a wild card.
I knew it was not going to work, and I had
You
a funny
did.
feeling it was going to do more bad than good.
What do you mean you knew it was not going to work? Because
I
that was
didn't
up
know.
to
It
that
could've
was up
worked.
to the roll, wasn't it?
There were
It was-
two rolls.
yeah.
Okay.
That was the thing. It was a 2-roll attack, and then gunpowder never works the way you want it to. I feel like every time we've used it as just a straight.
You would know. You would
Go
know.
well with the tree out in the swamp. It's a fireball on the loose, and that fireball's always dangerous to.
Fireball you
throw out
can't
there.
aim really.
Well, you just be careful where you put it. Careful where you put it.
Be careful where you put those fireballs.
Yeah, I'm anytime that you have to roll that many times to get something to work, I'm always a little hesitant.
Yeah. Yikes.
And now, we still have a barrel of. Not in a cave next time, right in front of people who are taking damage. I might feel a little better about
The
it.
barrel was sealed tight because it also fell into a lot of.
So if
stagnant
it's
water.
wet enough, then it might be dead.
That's a good book. To have.
Yeah. This one's for all of us. This is from Kristen, who with all the many faces of Marisha all over set, how would you defeat a Marisha Hydra?
Could not be done.
Yes, it could, and I'll wait, but I'll tell you how it could be done.
Well, you'd throw out multiple. What is Marisha really?
Could lure her somewhere with piles of Turkish delight.
The right margarita.
Yeah.
Would distract a lot of those
Margaritas.
Hydra heads. Pickletini, that's true.
Pickletini goes well.
Red wine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not how you defeat her.
You at least can distract like some of the heads.
Right, but how do you defeat? The question is.
Play Minecraft.
Yep.
3 of them would be like workaholics and just not stop
put them
working.
into show development.
Yeah,
That'll be the
right.
last time
Just
you ever
give
see them.
Makes
one
3
sheets
of the
to 3 of the
Hydra's
heads.
creative
Yeah.
director.
Pitch docs to 3 of the heads. One of them cosplays as Matt and is very distracting.
Yep.
Right? The right
Yep.
wig there.
That's fair.
Yep.
Do you want to know how I would defeat Hydra Marisha?
Yes.
4 words. There's a weed drought.
Oh, man. Hail Hydrisha.
We once came up with a magic card just called Pile of Weed. We were sitting around and it was like that way it would just be a green card you could tap and then
Yep.
just a whole turn would pass but nothing could happen.
Yes.
It would just move an entire round
Yes.
forward.
Yes.
Could be useful. Weed.
This is great. I actually didn't think about this. Hammer the Shark. Listen, we don't promote animal violence on this show.
We don't anymore?
No.
Hammer the Shark. Oh, maybe
think the
they're
shark's
talking
name
about a
is Hammer.
hammerhead. Oh, the shark's name is Hammer.
Like, yeah.
Oh,
I think
MC
it's just
Hammer.
more sexual innuendo.
Probably is, yeah. Hammer the Shark, you know.
Can't stop moving.
What'd you do Saturday night, Ricky? You know what? I went out to the old club, and then afterwards I hammered the shark, if you know what I mean. Met this nice fella down on, I don't know, it was a friend of mine. Hey, Taliesin, Hammer the Shark wants to know, how much of that fruit would Molly have eaten?
Oh, Molly would have gone right for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Molly would have seen whatever anybody else had taken and done probably more plus a half. Mm-hmm. So, how much did not eat? She ate like a
A whole fruit?
whole
Wasn't
fruit.
it just one whole fruit?
So Molly would have had 2, just to yeah, just to make a point.
It's just
Do you
supposed to be
think-
one and done.
Do you think Molly ever would have created a drug and then named himself after it? Named it
Yes.
after himself? Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, was Molly intended to be the origin story of the person who made Molly?
No, although that's great.
You know, of all
I
the...
hadn't really thought about it. It was the worst
assumed
part.
That was the case.
Yeah.
I really had.
I had not thought about that at all when I made the character, and then
Really?
it became abundantly clear so quickly. The obvious shit never occurs to you when you're like making these characters.
Yeah, and sometimes you do things subconsciously, so.
Well, and you did, we've talked about it before, you had to make this character on the fly.
Well, with Clay, yeah. Molly, I had plenty of time with.
This new character
Yeah.
on the fly,
Molly,
yeah.
I had tons of time with, and I was just into the name from the movie. So, but yeah. I took the name from a movie.
No, I was laughing at the fact that Max was asleep.
He's not asleep.
I looked over at him and he straight up was like this.
He's tired and ashamed.
Leave my boy alone.
Well, guys, I can't tell you how excited I am for Matt's episode of Between the Sheets on Monday, but
Ooh.
thank you both again for just, you know, people are so nice with their compliments of me on the show and stuff and how Between the Sheets is going, but you guys make it so easy. You're just such easy people to talk to. You're okay being vulnerable and also just so funny and witty and just telling your story in a way that is really interesting and really fun. So thank you. And yeah,
Thanks, Brian. You're a
I
great host.
really like the show.
it's turning out great.
Yeah.
Season 2 is going to be epic, man. We have some pretty crazy ideas, and yeah, we're talking to some interesting people. So,
2D.
huh?
2D. Terry Hatcher.
2D.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't interview her, man. It would be this the whole time. Just like, you know,
So you said that
be
we're
like
getting...
waving a Be like waving a fucking naked picture of John Constantine in front of Danny.
You mean like every night?
I mean, like every night.
Yeah, no, I met my teenage crush once. It was not good. It was very awkward.
And it was.
I was Juliet Lando.
Oh.
Come on.
That would be your teenage
That would be
crush.
your
First goth
teenage
girl I ever saw on
crush.
television, and then like I walk into the room and there she is, and it was just like.
Well, also too, and we talked about it on your episode. Was I mean, when I saw Harold and Maude,
Oh God, Ruth,
say
yeah,
goodnight.
Ruth Gordon. Oof.
now every time I see a Denny's waitress, I'm like, I got a number. How do you like them apples? It's a fucking Good Will Hunting reference, dude. You don't think my Boston
Go
accent?
see Harold and Maude.
Okay, watch
Your Boston
watch
accent was
Laura's
so, was
one
so
shot,
much,
and
was a
then come
better
at
British
me with
accent than
my
your British
with
accent.
criticism of my accent acting. Okay, look, this
I was
is
so proud
a.
you just finally got a British accent down. That was so. They were so close.
Accidentally.
Dem apples.
There's so much good stuff happening around here. We're doing so much good stuff. Marisha's episode of Between the Sheets was amazing. Matt's is coming up. Laura's one shot finally coming.
That's true.
was
Sam's
amazing.
gonna have a fireside chat soon.
Oh
like,
my God.
there's
Yeah.
holy crap. Everything is content tomorrow at or no. 3. Okay, at 3 o'clock on twitch.tv/Critical Role. Yeah.
This is a busy beehive now.
It is. There's a lot of stuff going on.
pretty cool.
We're gonna take a break on Between the Sheets and All Work No Play after the seasons are over, and then holidays and all that stuff. So, but we have some fun stuff planned for the rest of the holidays on the time that we're off. So, yeah, Talison's ad last night at the end of
That came out pretty good.
That was one of the funniest. I laugh at everything that we end up doing. It's always funny. There's handbook or helper jokes. There's like little stuff in the promos. It's always funny. It's always got Marisha's twisted sense of humor, which we all love. It's also got everyone else's mix in there. But that fucking Twilight Zone shit killed me last night. I hadn't seen it yet.
I worked hard to learn how to say content. Sort of content that we make here.
It was so good. The camera switching was hilarious. Oh my God, so good. Should we go?
Oh.
We gotta go, guys. We love you. We'll see all of you that are in the UK this weekend that are coming to MCM. We're not gonna see everyone in the UK this weekend. We can try. We'll make the rounds.
We'll get 'em in.
We'll get on a campaign bus and we'll make the rounds. We love you. Take care of each other. Good night, everyone.